Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Maruf Mullah, the Managing Director of MalishaEdu Company Limited. So today we are here to talk about the importance of interview to get admission in Chinese university. And along with me, I have two guests today. One is Mr. Leo from Ethiopia, our country manager of MalishaEdu, and one is our beloved students, Mr. Omar, and he's from Egypt. So first, Leo, I'm coming to you, and I want to know from you what is the importance of the interview these days to get admission in Chinese universities.
Well, that's actually a critical question nowadays. I'm Leo, as our managing director mentioned. I'm from Ethiopia. If you see, like when you come to this question, during my time, if you remember, on 2018, there was no interview. I give my documents to MalishaEdu. After some days, suddenly I get my document, and I went to school. But as Chinese education is growing rapidly, becoming the very influential education system in the world, so things have changed. Chinese education policies changed, and also even though the policies changed, I believe this interview is important for students, because students will know more about the university. Because sometimes we go through Google, we go through some webs, then we find maybe we misplaced somebody misplaced the information, and then we don't find much information. But if you go through this interview thing, you will find the actual teacher of the university that you are intended to go. You will ask, they will ask you. You will know much more information about the university. Plus, as a student, we apply through different companies. Sometimes I have seen this kind of questions raised by students. Sometimes they don't know about the fee structure.
Yes.
They will get some wrong idea of the fee structure. They expect something, and then after they will get different thing. They will be disappointed. But through this interview, they can get a lot much information about the university. Plus, the university will know more about them, and then they know more about the university. Actually, if we talk about this thing, it will be much more. So due to the constant of time, I may give you a chance.
Thank you, Leo, for your good explanation. So from Leo's explanation, we can summarize. Number one, the Chinese university, they have changed their policy because they want more qualified students. That's why they have started to take the interview. Number two, as Leo mentioned, that through this interview, student can also know about the university. Also, university can also know about the student, and before coming to China, they can establish a fundamental relationship between students and university. Moreover, we got to know that Leo mentioned that many students are applying through some other channel or other company, so sometimes they do not know the correct information. So through this interview, they also can know about the fees structure and also the scholarship policies. So I think interview is very, very important. Now I am going to Mr. Omar, because he has passed the interview, and we will listen from him what is the experience of your interview. Omar.
Well, actually, as Leo mentioned before, when I applied for a bachelor degree, at that time we didn't need to have an interview. But when I applied my master degree, we had to go through the interview process. So when I was studying my bachelor degree, at that time there was no interview. But when I applied for master degree, I needed to go through the interview process. When I was shocked when I first go to the interview, because I thought it was just gonna be one professor, but I found out there was 5 professors. The professor was not 5 professors from same place. There was professor from the international office and some professors from the major where you're applying from, and maybe there was some other professor from other departments.
Wow.
And each of them, they were asking questions. Basically, the first question is self-introduction.
Yes.
But many people don't know about the self-introduction.
Right.
You should not just say your name and where you're from. You need to talk too much about yourself. You need to talk who the person who really you are. Beside that, they also ask about my study plan. They were concentrating and focusing, asking about what did I write in my study plan. They needed to make sure that that's really my study plan. I didn't copy it from internet or somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually it wasn't difficult because when you write the study plan by yourself, you have all the information, you know what you are supposed to say, so you know everything, because you write what's your plan. Besides that, they will also ask about your research proposal, like what you are supposed to study, like why did you choose this major, what's upcoming later, what you will do in your master, your direction, what is your research interest, like those kind of questions. So yes. There was also a very important part is like when you apply, if you know a little Chinese, maybe if you speak even like ni hao or like xishe or lao shi, when you call that give very good impression to the teacher. Like because they know oh, you have Chinese background, you know something about China, and you know Chinese, that will give a very high quality to your interview. Also, another thing is I want to mention is they focus also about like you need to have a good environment, like you should be prepared, you should get ready to the meeting early, and your camera is ready, you have microphone, and well dressed, like formal, try to be formal as possible. And yeah, the surrounding, if it like you need to be in good place so they can hear you, because they put all of that in use like.
Yeah.
That was my
Okay.
experience.
Thank you, Omar, to share your experience, and thanks for your suggestion. So from Omar, we understood that not only one teacher or professor is taking interview, they have interview board to take your interview. Number two, they will ask question from the study plan and your research proposal, especially your background as well. So number three, that self-introduction is very important. This is very common, but you need to be very aware of it, because self-introduction, it does not mean only your name. You try to explain more about you, especially your qualification or your advantage or your skills, so it will add value. Then of course, as Omar mentioned, that Chinese language is very important. Even you are not in China or you haven't been in China, no problem, maybe you can learn from online, or you can learn from Belt and Road Science Center, so it will add value for your interview. So thank you, Omar. And as I have experience to conduct some interviews with some Chinese universities, so I also can share with my experience about the interview. So first of all, of course, the self-introduction is very basic question, and you need to prepare at least maybe 45 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds, not only your name. And please do not mention that your family member, your father or mother name, no need. The teacher cannot even remember. So you just mention your name, your background, and your from, your age or your skills, that is. And number two is very important things. They will ask question about your study plan or your research plan, especially for masters and PhD. So about the study plan, we will talk in next video, but they will ask question about your research proposal and your future plan. And for bachelor degree student, they will not ask deeply, but of course they will ask something about the background. And as Omar mentioned, that about the environment is very important, because they know that if I see on person, right, he is serious or not by his attitude, get up, I mean the dress up, and also the preparation. Some students might not even they forget sometimes. So please do not forget your interview. You prepare yourself before 30 minutes and wait with well dress up, and try to make sure that your internet connection, your voice, your headphone, everything is good enough. Okay, so I know we have less time, so in next video we'll explain more about how to write the study plan, and we will give more tips how to pass your interview. So stay with MalishaEdu, stay with Belt and Road Science Center. See you guys in next video. And thank you, Mr. Leo and Mr. Omar, for joining this video. Thank you.